Hi, my name is Gintare and let's talk about Mooncat. The first thing I noticed, the pricing of the polishes is quite okay, $15 per bottle, which I don't think is too much, even though some people say that it is a more indie luxury brand. They offered a really fast shipping via USPS. I love that I had to pay taxes in advance, so I didn't have to play with the customs when it came to my country, so that is nice. I love that. Also, it came really fast, like in a week or so, from America to Europe. Beautiful. Mooncat offers free shipping over $110, which is really nice. I love when brands do that. I noticed that the Mooncat polishes are more on a liquidy side compared to, for example, Holo Taco, because some of the polishes needed 3 coats. I also wanted to talk to you about the caps of Mooncat polishes. I think they're really nice, and I heard a lot of negative reviews about the caps, but I actually think they're beautiful. They look like some sort of crystals. I wish more brands would come up with their own caps because that would differentiate somehow and would be more interesting to purchase. And I actually think that Mooncat brushes are the perfect size. My nails are a little bit wide, so I really like the brush size. Compared to Holo Taco, I love Mooncat brushes way more. And I honestly think that any brand should copy those little brushes from Mooncat because they are awesome. And as well, I thought that Mooncat has a really nice range of polishes of all types. I personally love the whole range from Mooncat more than I love from Holo Taco. It appeals to me more, even though Holo Taco formulas seem better to me. You get some, you lose some, I guess. If Mooncat polishes were made in a Holo Taco formula, I think we would have the best polishes ever, also included with the brush and the cap. That would be beautiful. Starting with Heart of Stone, we have a duochrome lacquer filled with holographic glitter that shifts between shades of stone and pink. This shade is a 2-coater for me. I love its shiftiness as well as a metallic-y looking base. But most importantly, that scattered holographic glitter looks gorgeous. I really enjoy the size of that holographic glitter since they are a little big but not too big, which is a really nice pick. I have never seen holo glitter specifically this size in any other formula yet. What I find fascinating about this polish is that it is both duochrome and holographic. Honestly, I immediately see the shade as one of my favorites since it is very unique and I feel like a goddess wearing it. The removal though might be a little bit more difficult since Heart of Stone is packed with glitter. I think fellow Mooncats will agree with me when I tell them that I just had to get fake halo. It is a rose gold linear holographic lacquer. When looking closely at this polish, I actually think it leans a little bit towards orange. That holo is epic, you guys. It is so beautiful. I want to turn on my flash and just look at my nails forever. I think this polish is my favorite out of the bunch. Even though there is nothing unique about the shade, I think it is truly amazing to wear. On my nails, I was able to reach a full opacity in 2 coats, even though fake halo is a little bit more liquidy. I grabbed this polish the last minute, but I thought it was pretty. I'm talking about Apple of My Eye. It is a secret to no one that I love green nail polishes, so I simply had to snag this beauty. It is a lime green lacquer filled with pink shimmer. When I added this to my cart, I thought to myself that this is going to be my favorite, yet we have a problem. The shade definitely looks more vibrant and more neon in the Mooncat's pictures than it is in real life. In reality, Apple of My Eye is more muted. I am not a fan of this shade in reality. It's not what I expected. A little too dull for my liking. I think I'm going to pass this shade to a friend if I'm being honest. Anyways, this shade is a 3-coater for me. I can see why people might not like this formula since Apple of My Eye goes a little bit streaky. Another popular shade that I got is Access Denied. It is a black lacquer filled with green shimmer. While in regular lights it doesn't look like much, it looks beautiful in the sun and in flash. The polish is filled with not just any green shimmer, but that shimmer has multiple green green colored specks in it, which gives the polish so much more dimension. This one is quite on the liquidy side, you will need 3 coats to full opacity. But since the polish is fast drying, this wouldn't be a problem. All in all, I think it is a gorgeous shade and I definitely recommend getting it. The culprit of this video is the shade called The Stranger. When I saw this shade being released, I was like, this is it, I can't take it anymore, I have to order from Mooncat. This is an olive green cream polish. Oh, did I mention that I love greens? Oh right, here's another green polish on my list. How unexpected! The Stranger needs only 2 coats to reach to full glory. With all honesty, I was searching for this type of green for years. I even had a liquid lipstick in this dirty color and I would wear it all the time. I can't quite explain the obsession, but this type of green makes me feel things. Love it. Remember my inner goth girl? I wanted to pamper her, so I ordered Dark Arts 101 set. Yes, I know it's all creams, but it's not any creams. These are a bunch of creams as dark as my soul. Let's start with Into the Abyss, a deep midnight cream. It is a 1-coater on me. What can I say? Nothing like an ink blue nail polish to brighten my day. This color will be worn with pride even on the brightest days of summer. I also didn't have anything like this in my collection, so it's only fitting. Then we have From the Ashes, a sultry oxblood cream. I have a similar shade like this from Morgan Taylor, but I wanted something a little bit more fast drying, since I often wreck my nails before they dry, and I don't have the patience to redo them. Of course, when buying, I didn't know that Mooncat will be that much more fast drying. This polish is good in 2 coats. Another shade in the set is Poison Ivy Rich Forest Cream. I didn't have anything like this in my collection as well. It's some kind of deep green blue. We have exactly that colored at Nizhny Candies in Lithuania, so you might say it's a sweet shade for me. Poison Ivy needed 2 coats to full opacity. We also, of course, have a 1-coat black called Emo for Life. A black in Dark Arts set? What? Shocking, I know. But don't be surprised, as black is any I don't know what to wear girl savior. Yes, it's not only Wednesday Addams staple, I often order multiples of black for nail art as well. Just when you thought it can't get better for your inner goth girl, we have another shade called Queen of Chaos, a regal amethyst cream, or in simpler words for those mortals who don't English that well, like me, a dark purple. 2 coats to full opacity, and they say happiness can't be bought. And if you like this video, check out my other video where I review Hollow Taco. Don't forget to subscribe and thank you so much for watching. Bye!